LP. It's a very, very exciting edition.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Can you guess why it's very exciting?
Give you one hint.
World Cup time. Yay!
Yay!
So this is your World Cup edition of the It's a Fulbright Friday.
Yes, and in honor of the World Cup, we decided to show off or try out some of our moves out on the front lawn. So let's go to the tape. Thanks, Steve. Well, clearly we need some work on our moves.
Well, you speak for yourself.
Yeah, it's true. You were a lot better than I was, so.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Oh, like soccer on the resume now.
Yeah.
Soccer star. Okay, so it's a really exciting time. Some people really get into the World Cup, some do not. So I'm interested, LP, like what's your take on the World Cup? What's your favorite thing about it?
So I really don't know anything about the World Cup, just to put that out there. But my favorite thing is the songs that they come up with or they play as to get people pumped up as part of the games. And so when like Shakira had her like Waka Waka Africa song, that was great. And then it became the music that everyone used for Zumba classes. So that always followed me around. Yeah.
Okay, my favorite thing probably is like the intense celebration and like investment that people get into the games. Well, not all types of intense celebration, but particularly when the World Cup was in South Africa, they had those zuzuvelas, vevezuelas, you know, the zuzuvelas?
No.
It's like, they handed this out to everybody that came into the World Cup, and it's like a fun kind of like bazooka type thing, and it was like drowning.
Everybody was doing it.
Everybody was doing it, so it must have been super annoying to be there. But some maybe like the intense musical passion. So we have know nothing actually about the World Cup. Since we know nothing.
Yes, since we know nothing, we decided to take it to the streets to find out what makes the World Cup so special for so many people.
Let's find that out, guys. You can pick one thing. What is your very favorite one thing about the World Cup?
I like that the fans are really crazy and really passionate about their games, their teams.
Crazy fans. Okay, if you can pick one thing, just one thing, what is your extreme most favorite thing about the World Cup?
The diversity of teams that come together to play.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Diversity of teams that come together to play. Love it.
Okay, what's your favorite part of the World Cup?
I don't know anything about the World Cup.
Ronaldo made that kick. He kicked it over. He kicked that penalty kick, and he kicked it all the way over. All three of them. That was like that.
I like the World Cup because it's a good point of conversation.
Maybe someone here in Gillardin wants to answer our questions. What's your favorite part about the World Cup?
My favorite part about the World Cup is just the sense of unity it brings. I'm from New York, so I constantly go through the Port Authority, and I see people stopping and watching the game on the big screens in the Port Authority, just cheering together for their team, and it's amazing.
The most important thing about the World Cup that I really like is how they, soccer players, they, when they're walking out, they hold children's hands. And it's just so sweet how they're like inspiring the younger children to, to strive for better things, to look up to the future and try to see if they could reach the top too.
So as somebody that doesn't really know much about soccer or sports in general, I think it's super cool to see like the diplomatic relations that can be like fostered through the World Cup. Like I know for South Korea and Mexico, when South Korea won against Germany, like Mexico and South Korea had like this super cool bond and like this, like mutual understanding and like brothership. So I really enjoyed that.
Okay, now we're going to LT, who's standing by in our social media room with a tweet. LT?
Thank you, LP. So we have a question from one of our fans. They've tweeted us. This comes from a Victoria Beckham who asks, what counts as host country engagement? What counts as host country engagement?
Thanks, Victoria Beckham, for that question. And this is actually one that we do get a lot because your engagement with your country is one of the criteria or one of the things they're looking for in your application. So host country engagement can be a range of things. This should be something that's rooted in your particular personal interests. So it's not necessarily like volunteering or you have to start like a culture club or something like that. But think about like, what do you like to do? What is one way that you could better connect with your community, whether that's gardening or that's you're interested in culinary traditions and like to be involved in culinary workshops, like to join a singing group, whatever that may be.
So I would encourage you to think about where your interests match the interests of the host country and talk about that intersection.
Great.
And now we're going to move into the hot tips and country highlights section, where we're going to talk about eligibility, because we've had a couple of these cases come up and it's really important to make sure that you are actually eligible for a Fulbright if you intend to apply for one. Just kind of a good tip generally. So let's talk about a specific case in terms of your status as it's related to State Department employment.
Yes, so I'm just going to read this because I think it's really important, and sometimes people miss this one. So an ineligibility guideline, I suppose, for a period ending 1 year following the termination of such employment, association, or service, employees of the U.S. Department of State or the U.S. Agency for International Development. That includes all paid or unpaid employees, but it does not include interns. So if you were an intern for the State Department or USAID, this does not apply to you.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's only if you were a paid or unpaid employee of the organization. This also applies to your immediate family members, so parents or siblings. Mm-hmm. If any of your parents or siblings have worked for Department of State or USAID within the last year, you would be ineligible.
Yeah, if you have any questions about that, you should definitely reach out. We don't want you to put forward a lot of effort to find out you're not eligible. That would be like getting a red card. Oh, all right,
it's okay. It's our Fulbright Fan Club segment with our magic hat.
We're getting low on questions, so if you have them, please send them in.
Yep.
What do we have today?
Today, oops, can't even open it. What do you think you are much better at than you actually are?
Soccer.
Yeah, that's good.
What's a good question. It also requires you to have some self-awareness of your own personal sense of like narcissism.
I would say dancing.
Oh, you think you're a better dancer than you
actually am. I think it's just like shameless dancing and overconfidence, so that goes a long way.
In anything, really.
In anything.
Yeah. I would say like sports generally. Like I have a sense that because I have really good cardiovascular health.
Oh, great.
I'm showing you an example. I think it's like I always feel like I can do better, but then the coordination thing comes in and I end up like not doing so well. So yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah.
And pool. This pool.
Oh yeah.
I always feel like I'm really good, and then when I play pool, I like suck.
Well, I have had the occasional really good games.
Yeah.
So where people think like, "Wow, how often you play pool?" And then the next game I'll do horribly and miss, and like the whatever it's called doesn't even go in the right
ball.
No, not the ball. What's this?
Cue.
See,
Definitely.
Clearly.
Pool for Laura. For
Example
LP.
right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
One life, live it up, 'cause we got one life.